It is now, it is October 4th, 2015, and my name is Angela Gunter, and I'm the Gold Premier with Endless Poshabilities team, and we're talking about how to get paid. There was something mentioned on another page today, and it kind of threw me for a loop. And they had said that their previous direct sales didn't train them how to get paid, and never really discussed it. And it was just really odd to me, because if you guys don't know how to get paid, why would you go out there and bust your butt to get paid if you don't know how you're going to get that pay? So real simple. This is how it works. If you guys are not muted, go ahead and mute yourself so that everybody else can hear me. I see here's some background stuff. Can you guys see my screen? Just shake your heads if you could see my screen. Now you can probably see my screen. Okay, so you see the pay plan? You do see the pay plan. Okay, so I'm going to move my I'm going to move the camera onto this side so that you can see me on the screen. Okay, and if there is anything going on the chat, go ahead and keep up with that, whoever is on here that can keep up with the chat. But you guys are going to use the chat in just a few minutes to help me add up pay and to discuss how to get paid. So if you guys don't know where the chat feature is, find it. It is, let's see. I think you all know where it is. You see the little chat bubble? That's the chat. Okay, I'm going to get that off the screen. I don't know what you guys can see. I know what I can see. Okay, when you first start on at Perfectly Posh, you make how much money on your sales? So go ahead and type that in the chat. You make 20%. Okay, so what you have to do when you come on board is sell $1,000, and you can sell that $1,000 in 2 days. You can sell that $1,000 in a month. You can sell that $1,000 over the year that you're in Posh. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get to that $1,000. Once you hit that $1,000, now you're considered a pink consultant with Perfectly Posh, and now you're making 25% on your sales. You are going to see, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but you will see that 20% on your Wednesday checks until the 10th, and then you will start seeing 25% on those Wednesday checks after that 10th commission. I believe that is true. That's something I do not really know. So somebody who just made pink, maybe if you're on the call, if you can verify that with me. Okay, so that's true. All right, so now you guys want to start making some money. You guys want to make some really good money. You're selling a good bit of product, but you're bored and you want some team members. So you reach out to a couple people, and they sign on with you, and you have to train them. You have to get them to do their launch party, and they start selling, and they start doing their props. So as soon as they start, I hear somebody in the background. If you can go ahead and mute. Once they start selling and start doing their props, they're going to start making some money. And you're going to start making some money off of them. So as a Pink +1, you need how much money, how much volume, how much personal volume that month. And this happens over every single month. You have to hit these qualifications. So yes, you have to have 500 of your personal volume that month. Your team, your company volume, I guess they call it company volume. Your company volume is now 2,000. And this is between you and whoever you sign up. I did a little graph for you guys, but it's not. It shows you Pink +3. So basically, we're going to play. I'm going to explain it down to Pink +3, and then we'll look at a graphic of it. So each month, it's October, so now October you have to hit 500 again. Now you've added more people. Your company volume is 4,000. If you have to call in, just pick those numbers to call in. Now your company volume is at 4,000. And what does qualified frontline mean? Okay, so qualified frontline means anybody who you sponsored, who you brought into the company that has $200 in sales. So you'll see here qualified frontline, you need 1 at Pink Plus 1, you need 2 at Pink Plus 2, you need 3 at Pink Plus 3. And then that just goes 2,000, 4,000, 8,000 for your company volume. Company and team volume will be the same until you hit Premier. And then once you hit Premier, we'll go deeper into that in just a few minutes. Now, when you're looking at your pay and what you're getting, what you're making off of your downline, you're going to take a look at these percentages over here. So if you're a Pink Plus 1 and you have a protege on your team, it's sold 500 that month, you're going to make 2% from your signed on a few people. She's going to have some company volume. So you're going to make money off of her whole entire downline. You're not going to make just 2% off of her sales. You're going to make it off of her sales plus everybody underneath her. So here's a graph. If we can follow along with this. Yeah, can somebody mute? There's some sort of background. Okay, here I quickly just made it. Here's me. I've got 500 in volume, and then I believe I ended up that this team volume, company volume is 8,500. So let's just be smart about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 7,500 plus this 1,000 over here is 8,500. So to me, these are the people I signed up. What would that do for me? What rank would I hit? I can't do anything about my audio except for me get everybody off the internet. I got full internet. Okay, so if there's company volume of 85, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. See, I numbered it. What a silly girl. Yes. This would make me a Pink Plus 3. So I've got 500 and I've got 5 frontline that are all at 500. So that would make me a Pink Plus 3. So draw a text box. So PV 500, CV 8,500, and then QFC, there's 5. So that equals a Pink Plus 3. Okay, before we go any further, does everybody understand how that just happened? Now, if you're trying to set a goal for your team to get to Pink Plus 3, you're going to use just a random number that I've come up with that seems to be pretty across the board of $266. So if you want to hit $8,000, you want to have about 30 people on your team doing $266. Now, some are going to do 1,000. Some are going to do more than 1,000. Some are going to do nothing. Some are going to do just 200. So if you want to hit Pink 3, you want to get all of these front lines working. You want to train them to get all of their props, 30, 60, 90-day props. You want to train them to do their launch parties within 10 days of signing. You want them to either do that launch party, preferably in person, at home, an in-home launch party. Why do you want to do that? Because people are going to get the products on themselves. They're going to be able to try the products. Your numbers are going to increase. Can everybody else hear me? Is it just one person having technical difficulties? Okay, I've got some bubbles. Can you guys hear me? Shake your head yes. Okay, awesome. A little bit, you can hear me. Hold on. Let me go see if I can get these people off the internet. Come on, Mark. Okay, doesn't seem like there's anybody on the internet, so it. I will record this, and hopefully the recording will sound better. Angie, are you called in? Okay. I'm going to keep going. Hopefully the recording will be better. Okay, so we're at a pink plus 3. Okay, so if this person is a PP1, this is a pink. You guys can see my screen, so that should help a little bit. This is a protege. This is a PP. Let's just call her a PP1 for right now. And this is a pink. Okay. So I want you all to take a few minutes and figure out what this pay is going to be. Let me see if I can, you guys have the pay plan. Maybe see if I can put the pay plan up but make it smaller. So you can see both. I can go that way, go this way. Great. Okay. So here's the pay plan. There's the chart. So how much is she making off her downline? And if somebody gets this before me, good for you. Because now I'm a little nervous. I don't know why. PP1, and she's a pink 3. She's getting 3%. $1,500 times pink, pink, pink. 60. You guys are listening to me and I'm saying the answers. That's okay. 19%. I'm not sure where you're getting the 19% from. Okay, so my answer is 225. So let's work this out together. So if this person is a pink +1, let's make that a little bit more legible so you guys can see it. How much is she making off of this pink +1? So the pink +3, where did my screen go? There it is. Okay, so if I'm a pink +3 and this person is a pink +3, I did this completely wrong, and you guys probably have the right answer. So she's making 1%. 1% of 1,500. Y'all see where I got that from? So she made $15 off of this team. Okay, here's the pay plan again. So it's a pink +3. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? I'm totally messing this up. You guys have me all nervous because of the screen and the sound. Okay. And nobody's telling me I'm wrong. Okay, as a pink +3, she is making 3% off of 1,500. 3% of 1,500. So my original calculations were correct on my paper, just not here. So she's making 45 off of this one. Okay, now, as a pink +3, she's making how much off of this pink? What? Are you getting 1,500 because you were assuming that each of those three are all at 500? Yes, these are their sales right here. These are their sales. They've got 500 in sales, 500 in sales, 500 in sales. We don't care. We're just using this as a guide. No, you don't work on actual frontline. You get paid completely on the whole company volume of that frontline. Okay, let me say it again. Let me bring up the pay plan. Okay, once you start moving up the ranks, you're now pink +1. You are making 2% off your frontline's company volume. Okay, makes sense now? Everybody's got that? You're making that certain percent. You're making the percent off of their whole company volume. Okay, so let's move on to pink +3, and she's got a pink under her. She's making how much on this pink? This is 1,500 times, how much is she making off the pink? Pink +3, she's got a pink, she's making 4%. So 1,500 times 0.04, she's making $60 off of this team right here. So let's go back to the dang thing. She's making 4%. This one she's making Pink +1, she's making 3%. Okay, on a protege who has company volume of 1,500, Pink +3, she's got a protege. Her company volume is at 1,500. She's making 5% off of them. 1,500 times 0.05. Is my calculations right already so far? She's making $75. Base. So she made $75 off of this protege. Is everybody following? Okay, Pink +1. Pink +1, she's making 3%. Of 2,000. $2,000 times 0.03 is $60. And then a pink over here. So she why aren't you letting me copy? So she made $45 off of this one too, off of her pink. So she made in a downline bonus 45, 45, 75, 60, 45. I think number 2 and number 5 are wrong. 4%. Number 2 and 5. 2 and 5. 4% of 1,500. 1,500 is 60. Michelle, I knew that. Where did I get 45 from? I never said I was great at math. Okay, somebody check my numbers. No, you don't have to qualify. It goes by, let me bring up the pay chart. Okay, so for you to get paid, once this person goes pink +2, let me do something real quick. I want to make sure I say this right because I've been doing this for 3 years and yeah. Okay, once you earn the title of pink +3, you will never lose that. Once you lose the title of pink +2, you never lose it. Pink +1, you never lose it. Now, if you do not hit those numbers in that month, if you don't hit pink +3 numbers in that month, but you hit pink +2 numbers and your team did, 3,500, then you will qualify as your rank will say pink +2. But your sponsor will always get paid on what your title is, and your title will never change. So if you stop working and how do I explain this? If you stop working and your rank is a pink, but you made the title of pink +3, I will always get paid on you as a pink +3. And I don't know if that made sense to any of you, but you'll be able to see that once you start get rolling and you see people and their numbers. Okay, so to get paid for downline, your downline has to qualify. No, you have to qualify to get paid on your downline. They do not. You never lose your title. You lose your rank. Why is number 4 2,000? Because there's 500, 500, and here's 1,000. I tried to throw you off. So she's getting paid 45, 60, 75, 60, 60. So she's getting paid $300 on her downline. Let's see. Is that better? Can you all see the numbers now? And I'll post this with the recording. Okay, so now we're going to get a little trickier, okay? Just because I can. Does everybody understand how you move up the ranks to pink +3? So you need to have 500. Your company volume needs to be at 8,500. Let me move that screen back over. Once you hit your title, you will never lose it. You will always get paid on that. And when you're looking at your downline report, it'll say level, and you're going to look at your level 1s. Okay, so those are the ones that you get paid on. Those are the ones that I'm trying to figure out if I want to show you this or not. I can grab a bunch of them, but I don't want to show actual names and stuff. So let me get rid of those and then I'll show you. Okay, so when you look at your downline report and you sort it by level, all the point ones, all the ones are the ones that you're going to get paid on. Okay, so look at your downline. If you've got pink +2, now if on the 10th, you're going to see that, okay, well, this person, let me see if I can show you somebody that didn't hit rank. Okay, right here. This person made it to pink +1, but their numbers are not pink +1 numbers. You're still going to get paid only pink +1, pink +1. You're only going to get paid 3% ever on her. Okay? So to figure that, you're going to go equals this times 0.03. So you're going to get paid $6.21 on that line. Now, when commissions are run, this rank is going to say pink. It'll say pink right here. It'll say pink. But you get paid on their title. That never changes. That never goes down. Okay? Makes sense? Sort by level, and then you're going to look at their company volume, I guess. I don't know why they switched that on me, I think. And then you're going to look at the company volume. Did I confuse you all more? Okay, here's my question. Last month, 1 week, I was paid 25%. Do I get a +1% on the 10th only if I hit numbers, or should I get 26% on PV? Okay, only if you hit your numbers will you get that 1% on the 10th. If you don't hit your numbers, you're not going to get that 1% on your downline. If you don't hit your numbers and you're a pink +1, then you're going to get paid as a pink. Let me see if I can find another one in here to show you. Okay, here's a pink +3. She's a pink +3. I'm going to get paid on her as a pink +3, but she's going to get paid as a pink +2. So when she goes to look at her ones, she has to look at them as a pink +2 now, not as a pink +3. So now she's going to be looking at her pay at these percentages, not these percentages. So every single month, you have to hit these numbers to be able to get paid at these numbers. Make sense? I really don't want to confuse you all more. That's definitely not what I want to do. Okay. Oh, sorry. Now, here comes the tricky part. And everybody gets confused on this. And I wish I could find my picture of the homes. I don't know where we had the houses. I know that, Tosh, I had them somewhere, but I can't find them. Once you become a premier, these are all qualifications. You need 4 qualified frontline, you need 20,000 in company volume. This 6,000 right here does not really matter unless you have somebody that's going to hit premier with you. Then all of these numbers. Okay, so as a premier, you are now your own company. You're your own company. If you have, and I don't want to call anybody out, but this is what I'm going to do because I know these 2 people and it's not going to happen. I just want to use these people so we have live versions, okay? So we have Marcy and Christina. Okay, now if Marcy comes up and she's got 20,000 company volume, Marcy outside of Christina's whole leg has to have 6,000 on her team volume. And what team volume means is everybody in Marcy's company minus Christina's breakaway. So as a premier, you become a breakaway, and now you're in Marcy's company. You're no longer in Marcy's team. So Christina would be her own company. Marcy now would have a team, and she would have a company. And I can say that 10 different ways if you need me to make it make sense. Or we can just keep moving on. It is totally up to you. All right, I'm going to take the lack of questions as you guys understand the difference between team and company. I think you guys, some of you have been around. Wait. Okay, so okay, so I have the EP company, okay? Yeah, you're always going to, if you want to get paid on your downline, you will always have to have personal volume of 500. Okay, so I confused you. I'm sorry. Okay, if Christina wants to hit premier at the same month as Marcy, yeah. Christina's whole entire team. Yes, Marcy's other folks would need 6,000. There needs to yes. Can you hear me now? Yes? Okay. Yeah. Gotta love my internet. Okay. Whew. Okay, if both Christina and I hit premiere the same month, I would have to have CV of 20,000. That includes Christina's team and TV of 6,000. That is everyone under me besides Christina. Yes. Yes. So your team volume would have to be 6,000 and your whole entire company, including Christina's team, needs to be 20,000. That's only if Christina makes premiere the same month that you do. It's confusing. So, and I shouldn't have thrown that out there. I should not have thrown that out there. But it's on the screen at 6,000. And I don't want anybody ever being like, oh my God, that doesn't make any sense. So now I made it make even less sense. So, but if you're coming up as a premier and you've got a really wide front line and you've got a deep down line, then you're doing good, and all you need to worry about is 20,000 company volume. Once you hit that 20,000 company volume, now you're a premier. You break away from your upline sponsor, and now this is where the confusing part comes in. Now you're a first generation premier to her. First generation right here where it says 4 plus, you need 4 qualified front lines plus 1 first generation premier. That's for silver, okay? So let's go back up here to premier. Let's keep it here at premier. So you would need 4 qualified frontline. Okay, now we have this situation going on right now. 17. There was a premier that hit with 17. Did she maintain that? Nope. You want to have a good 50 to 100 people on your team before you hit premier to maintain those numbers. Okay, now here's the tricky part, okay? Because this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Let me go to my publisher and let me show you what's going to happen. See this person right here? My number 1? See what I just did? This person has 0 sales. Okay? This person right here is Marcy. I just will put a R and M. Okay, so there's Marcy. Okay, this is totally how this is working, okay? Here's my number 1. I recruited this number 1. I am making off of her whole entire company, right? Because she's got this huge team underneath her. Because Marcy, the rock star, is under her, and she's got all these rock stars under her. Okay, so now Marcy just popped premier. So this makes Marcy my first home insert, draw a text box. Here we go. This makes Marcy my first gen premier. So she's a first generation premier. Make sense? Did I lose you all again? I hope not. Okay. So Marcy is my first generation premier. I still get paid on this person as a pink, but now she doesn't have anybody left. She doesn't have nobody left because Marcy took them all and left. She said, I'm out. So now she is a first generation premier. So your first generation premier could technically be, you know, your, let's see if I can find one real quick so I can show you. Your first generation premier could be a second level, she could be a third level, she could be a fourth level. It doesn't matter where they are in your line. Okay? And they will break away and become a premier, and that would be a generation. Now, once Christina hits premier, she would become my second generation. Do I have to redo all this? I think you guys can kind of. Okay, so here's Christina. This makes her a second generation premier, or yeah, second generation premier. So that's where the pool, the silver pool comes into play, and we won't even talk about that right now because it doesn't affect any of you until you hit silver premier. And then that's when those generations, the second and third generations, come into play. But then this is what you're making off of your second and third generation, off of their team volume. Team volume, team volume, team volume. When you are looking at your pay, you always want to look at your team volume. I don't care if it says CV on there. I don't care. I don't care. I don't know why it does this to me. You always want to look at your team volume. Team volume. You never get paid on your company volume. If I got paid on my company volume, I'd be having lots more money in my pocket. Okay, so that front line loses Marcy if she breaks away. Correct. The only way she would get Marcy back is if she regrew her team and had 6,000 outside of Marcy. So once she hits that 6,000 outside of Marcy, now she'll become a premier. Unless her company volume hits 30,000, and then she'll be a silver premier. And that has happened. Someone has gone from pink 3 to silver premier in a month because of this situation. Okay. So to get paid on your downline, you will always have to have 500 in personal volume. You want to start training yourself to get $1,000 in volume every month once you start to get to about premier. Once you get to premier, then you go into a silver pool and your numbers will change. But like I said, we won't talk about that right now. So you will always get paid on the team volume of your 0.1s. Team volume, 0.1. Team volume, 0.1. See how this is a pink plus 3, but she has no team volume. Pink plus 3, no team volume. Now, even if she had 500 in sales that month, that's it. So I would get paid. I would always still get paid on her as a pink 3 because you go by their title. You get paid by their title, your rank. You get paid on your, did I see? On, I did it again. See? Oh my gosh. You get paid on their title, your rank. I was saying it right. You get paid on their title, your rank. Your title, their rank. So if I'm a pink +1 and I have a protege under me, I get paid 25% even if they don't meet TV. Yes, you will never make below a pink. You will never, ever make below a pink. Once you hit 25% on your sales, or once you reach $1,000 in lifetime sales, you will never go below that 25% on your sales. If you have a protege under you, okay, if you're a pink +1, you're a pink +1, and you have a protege under me, okay, here's your protege right here, you get paid 26% on your sales and 2% on their team volume. Yes, if you meet it, then you will get all of these. If you do not meet this, then you will get paid 25% on your sales only. Okay. So even if your title says pink +3, but you don't have your 500 in, you have 250, and your team volume is at like 10,000, ouch, that hurts. You're only getting paid 25% on your sales. You have lost all of that money, and you have put that money and you've left it on the table for somebody else like Posh to pick up and for you to never see again. So you always want to strive for that 500. So that way you're always getting paid on anybody who's below you. Okay, everybody understand this. You get paid on your level 1s. Everybody that you personally sponsor, you get paid on title, your rank. You figure your pay on what their team volume is. So this person is a premier, and if you're sitting there, if you've got a premier under you and you're sitting there in pink +3, well, there ain't nothing in that box for you. So you won't get paid any money on that person. Okay. Any other questions? Did I confuse you more? Did I clear things up? If I confused you more, I can unconfuse it. I promise. I try. All right. It's 8:56. We've been here for an hour. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. Thank you, Ashley, for giving me that pay plan. Anybody else have any questions before we hang up tonight? Is there something that you want me to go in more depth? And I have to say, once you start promoting up the ranks, you're going to start understanding it a lot more, and you're going to start being able to see it played out, and it's going to be a lot more less confusing. Once you do get up to the higher ranks of Premier, Silver, and Gold, things do get a little different and a little bit different. Let's just keep it at that. And there are scenarios that play out that some of us, after 3 years, are still trying to figure out because nobody's gone through it. So I honestly, though, think that once we start getting more premieres up in here, we're gonna. I have a feeling we've already all worked out the kinks and we know how it all works out and plays out. So you guys are in good hands. as far as the pay plan goes. You will be able to find somebody that can help you out with that. Okay, so that is it. Thank you. Oh, okay, go ahead. What's your question? And if it's something totally not related and like crazy, then I can always chat with you offline. But go ahead and type it. It might help somebody on the call. Yep. Go ahead and message me after the call. All right. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate you all getting on. Next week we are doing events. And then the week after that, Amanda is doing party and party perks and going over those. So Sunday nights just seem like they're the best for me, and they work for me. If they don't work for you, I'm sorry, but they will be most likely recorded, and you'll be able to catch up on them. So, all right, have a good night, and thank you all for being here tonight. Bye.